people become poor because their money goes into SM. Or it goes into the installment payment for the new iPhone 5S that you cannot afford to pay in one lump sum, so you got an installment payment. It's got to do with that 42-inch LED TV that you bought on 12-month installment plan. Okay? So all these are your liabilities. So your monthly income, your salary goes to paying all your bills. Correct? And bills are considered expense, and the money will go out of your life for how long? Forever. The money does not come back. It's gone forever. Now, how do people actually become wealthy? I want to give you interesting statistics. 2 out of 10 Singaporeans are US $1 million millionaires. 2 out of 10. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this room, there will be at least $3 million US dollar millionaires. How many of you? That's nice, right? Yeah, someone you can borrow money from. Okay, no, just joking. Okay, but I want to tell you, most Singaporeans are not bosses. They don't own businesses. So all these millionaires are not business owners. Many people think you need to be a business owner to be a millionaire. True or not true? Yes. But let me tell you, Singaporeans became millionaires because of personal investments. They did exactly what Gary shared. Every time our paycheck comes, we don't go and buy the newest iPad. We put it into an investment vehicle. Okay? This is so interesting. When we teach Forex here in the Philippines, when a Filipino invests in Forex, they will put in maybe they'll put in $500 US to start. In Singapore, when we teach Forex, they normally open an account with $10,000 US. And then you'll be telling me, but Shannon, Singaporeans have higher paycheck, so that's why they put more money. Wrong. When a Singaporean invests in Forex, you know how many months of pay they put in? 3 to 5 months pay straight away. You get what I'm saying? But in Philippines, you only, at most, you put a one month pay. But a Singaporean is willing to risk 4 months pay straight into an investment vehicle. Because why? On a normal day, they don't spend so much. So they have a certain amount of savings that they earmark for investments. And that's how we become millionaires. I think more than 50% of Singaporeans will be millionaires by the year 2027, something like that. Okay? Can you imagine? Every other person is a millionaire. But it's happening. So the good news is, everybody raise your right hand, raise your right hand, raise your right hand, raise your right hand. Okay, put it here, and go like this. Okay? The good news is, it's going to happen here in the Philippines. It's going to happen here in the Philippines. But you need knowledge, okay? Okay, how do normal people become millionaires? They invest in asset, and asset generates an income. You still spend, but you don't spend the money from your paycheck. You spend for the money that your money makes. And what happens? Over the years, your assets don't stop growing. Your assets don't stop growing. So I will give you a last example, and I'll show you how interesting it is, okay? You don't make money by taking on more risk. I know this sounds weird, especially to business people, okay? You make more money by increasing your capital. That's how you make money work for you. You don't necessarily take on more risk. Let me give you an example. Let's say your return, when you trade Forex, your return is 10%, okay? Now, if you had a 10,000 peso in your Forex brokerage account, how much would you have made that month? 10% of 10,000 is 1,000 peso. How many of you think 1,000 peso is very exciting? No one. Okay? But let me ask you, what if you had 100,000 peso in your brokerage account? How much is 10%? 10,000 pesos. How many of you think 10,000 pesos for not doing much is an interesting investment already? Yes? Now let me ask you, what if you had 1,000,000 peso? What's 10% of 1,000,000 peso? How many of you think making 100,000 peso a month without even sweating and leaving your room, that's a good deal? The key is, do you have 1,000,000 peso capital? So here I want to introduce a concept to you that reinforces what Gary has said. Okay? I want you to take the idea out that you can only make money by taking on more risk. More risk means that you could lose your money. How about we turn away from this angle and look at it the other way? You can make more money by having more capital, which means your savings and your spending habit is very important. The 13th month that some of you might have just received
And spent already.
and spent already. I feel sorry for you. Hopefully your ninang or your ninong will give you some Christmas money on the 25th. That, please don't go and buy a new iPad, okay? Because that is your capital. You don't have to take more risk. What you need is more capital. Alright? Okay. Now